Hello guys. So today I'm just gonna talk about some fun experiences that I've had selling Pokemon cards. So hi, my name is Akib, or you can call me Quib or SideQuest Quib, whichever is easier. um, it's been quite. So I just wanted to walk you through like what has happened in the last 90 days since I started selling Pokemon cards. What I've learned, like some of the fun experiences that I've had. As you can see, I'm very shy and don't want to look at the camera, but there you go. I'm trying to look at it now. Okay, so first of all, it's been absolutely fun doing this. I love everything about it. Maybe because it's just new, but I enjoy it because I can mix and match what I do on which days. So yeah, in the last 90 days, I've been primarily selling singles cards and graded cards. So both on my personal account and on a business account that I run with my best friend. Yeah, so what I've been doing is buying. So sometimes I buy graded cards from auctions. If I get them at a good price, sometimes I buy the raw cards from Japan. Send it over, look at it, and then send it for grading, or based on my previous collections, I check the cards to see like if anything is worth grading and send them for grading. I've been primarily using CGC. That's purely because the cost that it takes me to do the CGC grading and how fast it comes back. So it costs me around $12 ish per card when I do bulk, and then for grading each card, and then also I get it back in like a month. So I'm happy. I know they have their own issues. I'm not saying CGC is the best or anything like that. It's just what I do because it's the most efficient for me. I have sent cards to PSA. I don't think it's gonna come back for another couple of months. I sent it at the end of March, so it's gonna be like 5 to 6 months. So I just let it be. I did send more of the cards which I thought were slightly higher value to PSA. CGC has been primarily lower cost cards. So I tried to keep the card after grading the cost to be around $30 to $70 ish, so that it's more like an impulsive buy and easier for people to buy and fun cards which people enjoy. And also, I don't mind grading all different types of cards. I've graded English, Japanese, Korean cards, simplified Chinese, traditional Chinese. And I have done a previous video where I talk about what my experience has been grading those cards blind, essentially just sending them out as is and see how they come back and how they performed. A few surprises in there. So please do check it out if you want to. So yeah, for me it's been really fun doing it, especially also doing it with my best friend who all had a kid. Congrats, Ethan. Ethan and Kate. Bentley is amazing. So yes, it's been really fun. I love every part of the whole listing process, and I primarily sell on eBay for now. It's I love the researching part, checking what prices are at. I don't check the prices before I send them off to grading and things like that because I grade what I think is fun and not what the market dictates. Maybe they have really low sales. It might just end up being a dead stock. It's okay for me. I'm just having fun. I like researching after the card has come back, set the prices. I also take pictures of the cards. So I bought a little photo. What do you call that? Photo box. And yeah, and put the cards up there. Take pictures. And yeah, it's been fun. I like packing cards, and each sale I make is like a little mini dopamine hit for me. So when I get 3 4 sales a day, I'm extremely happy. I like taking pictures of letting the buyers know that hey, your card is packed and ready to go, and then sending them pictures of confirmation of it's been sent and all those things. I've had a few not chargebacks, but well, actually one user who said that the card didn't arrive. No questions asked. I just refunded the dude and said sorry, it didn't arrive. Here you go. And then there's ones where I sent the package, but the package size was a little bit bigger than the allowed size, so the buyer had to pay a little bit of an extra money, so I refunded that money. Yeah, like it's fine for me that it was my mistake, and honestly, like I totally don't mind, like sending the money, because he showed me proof, and I was like, yeah, my bad, man, like um and it's okay, like it's fun, it's a learning process. So yes, be careful, Akib, next time that you're sending the sending the packages in proper size. So I've been more careful since then. And then once I've had like a package returned, the buyer never told me anything. He didn't message me. He didn't start like a refund process or anything. So as soon as I got it returned, I sent him a full refund and explain, and then let him know that, hey, I got this cards back. I know you didn't request it, but here you go, here's the full refund. I was just trying to get ahead of it, and I was like, it doesn't matter, it's okay, like it came back, that means the person never used it, so it's okay. What I don't typically do is free shipping, and the reason for it is because I'm still learning how to manage the shipping costs. So I just want to charge for now. Most of the times, buyers are okay with it, primarily because the cards I price. My card prices I feel are quite competitive, and that's what I've heard from the buyers as well. So thank you for that. And I have margins in mind that I want to get to, and for lower graded cards, which didn't go the way I was thinking it might go in terms of the grading. I try to either sell in bulk to different buyers. So when somebody buys 2 or 3 grade 8 or 7 cards, I ask them like, hey, are you interested in more? I'm happy to sell it to you at cost. When I say at cost, it just means I'm trying to sell it to them at the cost of grading. So essentially the card is kind of free, but I at least kind of make back the grading cost. So yeah, so just want to share some fun stories that has happened in the last 90 days or so. One is the Tatsugiri dude. So somebody bought the AR, the Tatsugiri AR. I forgot which one. It's Tatsugiri 112. This one, Mask of Change. So in Japanese. So yeah, sorry. Yeah, so these cards, so I think this is Twilight Masquerade, Mask of Change? Yes, in English it should be Twilight Masquerade. So these cards are freaking amazing. They look beautiful. What an artwork it is. I really enjoy it. So I bought quite a bit of cards to put it up for, to send it for grading, but a lot of them didn't end up being grade worthy. So I wanted to sell it at cost, maybe slightly lower. I just didn't want to hold on to it. So I put it up, and it sold like hotcakes. I was very, very surprised. But anyway, today somebody came up and bought one of the cards, and I was like, yeah, hey, I've packed your cards, it's ready to go. He was like, hey, do you have more? I was like, no, it just sells like hotcake, and I didn't have extra. So I'm just, yeah, I just told him that. He's like, yeah, I saw this card on some streamer's channel, and I just wanted to buy a whole binderful worth of these cards, and not binderful, but he wanted to buy 2 full binder pages or something, around 24 cards. So he was telling that he already got 4, including the one he bought from me, and he's gonna buy another 20. So I was like, hey, that sounds amazing, that sounds like fun. Have you ever tried buying directly from Japan? He was like, no, I haven't tried that. So I sent him a few links, well, not links, but screenshots of videos from YouTube on how to buy directly from Japan, and how he can get it at a good price. I'm not saying my price was bad or anything, but I thought hey, he's buying a lot. I just want to support people who are just interested and want to buy, and want to find a good deal, and I don't mind that. Does it eat into my potential revenue? I'm like, no, not really. Even if you tell people how to do it, people still might end up not doing it, because people just want to go around the easier way. I'm not saying buying from Japan isn't easy. It is. But it's still a few steps. So people are a little nervous to try it and all this kind of stuff. So I was like, yeah, here you go. If you want to buy it, just buy it this way, or like I'll let you know like whenever I have more and stuff. So he is like, yeah, thank you, and well, I hope he does go buy directly from Japan, just because I think he'll get it at a good rate. I was selling them for, I think, around um, £4. He could buy it in from like Hareruya or from Card Rush for around half of that. Like I think it's like 500 yen. Plus shipping, all those kind of stuff, it's gonna be like around 700 yen. So he's gonna save a little bit of money. But the point is that like he'll learn how to do it, hopefully, and then can do it on his own kind of thing. Then some of the other fun stuff was like I met a lot of Pikachu fans and a lot of Pikachu buyers, and it's it's super fascinating how like people are focused on like certain collections, and I never thought of it like that, and for me it's like amazing to know. So whenever I find a true buyer, like not true buyer, like I don't want to say true collector, a collector who's focused on certain things. And if I have a whole bunch of things that is related to what they're looking for, I just tell them like, hey, these are the things I have. Like, let me know what you think, what you want. And then I give them a pretty decent discount. And I tell them upfront, like, hey, if you're buying all these from me, I'm happy to give like a big discount, like 15% or something, because I just want them to get it at a good price, and I'm still making money, and they're making money. I mean they're happy as well. And the biggest one I've sold was the Pikachu from oh no, it's one of the Scarlet and Violet sets. Um, he's lying down on the ground. Maybe not Scarlet and Violet. It's the trainer gallery, I think. Pikachu trainer gallery. Let's see. Gallery. Yeah, this one, TGO5. Brilliant card, brilliant card. I love it so much. I sold this. So PSA 10 goes for around 170. Let me see, taking pounds. So like £126. I sold the CGC Pristine 10, and it has a population of like 5, for like around £150. So I think it's a very good deal for the person, and I think I'm happy with that as well, because I just thought it was a very nice card, looked beautiful, and it's very hard to grade in CGC Pristine 10. So yeah, and what a card this is. Sold many of these in Japanese as well. Very popular. Yeah, so I try to make good deals with people when I can. When I can't, I just tell them like, hey, sorry, like this is below what I paid for. Like I can't do it at that price. So yes, so a lot of fun Pikachu collectors out there. And yeah, like and even when like people tell me that they're a collector, I send them like a list of things that do have already listed. They might still end up not buying, which is totally okay, right? But they're happy to see like things that they could get at some point. So people just want to buy. The other thing I did learn was that it didn't matter what language the cards were, as long as it was a Pristine 10 or like a CGC 10. People did buy a lot of the cool cards, either in like traditional Chinese or Korean, because it was so much more cheaper. So I sell the Korean cards for around maybe 60 to 70% of the Japanese price for like a CGC 10 or a Pristine 10, because I got them at that prices. So I'm like, yeah, I'm making money. I'm happy, and it's all good. And then I'm very very surprised the number of Korean cards I've actually sold, just because of the pricing. So let's say a card in Japanese for that exact same thing would cost $40. I put it up for Korean in $25-30 range, and it sells, and it sells. I'm like, that's a big surprise for me, and people are happy to collect it, and I'm like, perfect, like that's great, that's good for me to know, and then happy to share that knowledge. And then the last one, this is the most fun one, where the dad. So this has been really fun for me, where like a dad sent me I mean, somebody bought like a Pikachu VMAX for me. And then like I sent them a message like, hey, here you go, it's packed, I'm ready to go. You know, let me know what you you know, let me know if you have any questions, and I'll drop it off at the post office like later today. He's like, thank you so much, thank you for keeping me updated. I'm just buying these for my son for his birthday, and can you help me out here? And I was like, yeah, sure. I'm happy to help out. And then he showed me like a note that his son wrote. Actually, give me a second. Let me pause this for a second. How do I pause this? Okay, back again. So Dad sent me this little note that his son had written for him to buy for his birthday. He has a very expensive choice. I did tell him that, like, yeah, like, these are all okay. So I sent him like a list of things list of links from eBay, not just from my store, any store that I could find, because he was just struggling. Like, he didn't know what a lot of it meant. I was like, yeah, it's all good. Like, I just helped him out. And it was just fun doing that. And I really enjoyed it. Yeah, some of them outside of eBay. So I just told him like, hey, search for these exact terms, open the first link, and I shared a screenshot of the website that they should be looking at. And yeah, like, it was just fun. It was just really fun to do it, and yeah, I enjoyed it. Like, I liked it. It just made me so happy to see a dad actually spending the time to get things for his son. Like, which my dad did that, but long story short, no, he didn't. But he's gone now, so it's okay. Like, it is what it is. So when I see dads who do that, like, I just want to support them because they're doing their best. Cool. Sorry, that didn't make me a little sappy, but yeah. Okay, so what's next in the cards? A little bit of pun there. What am I buying? What I'm doing next? So I'm continuing to do what I'm doing. What I am planning to do is make list maybe a lot more singles in my business store with my friend. Currently, we only sell like slabs, and also we are setting up our Shopify. I don't think that's gonna go out for another month or so because I want to tie it down properly before launching it at this point. So what am I buying? So I'm buying a lot of ARs from Japan because they're so damn cheap right now. Like the Black and Rock AR from the Journey Together, that is around 200 yen. I'm like, that is £1 something. Let's do this. The GBP, what is it? 200 yen. Yeah, it's £1, 3 pence. Or like, as in the US, what is it? US dollar. That's like $1.40. Like, for me, that's a great deal. Like, amazing prices. So I'm buying that. So I can rock AR battle partner. So yeah, it's these guys. And they sell for like 236. Once it's like shipped and landed, I think it'll be like around 350 yen for me for each card. Yeah, brilliant card. I love it. I just enjoy it. Like, it's such a beautiful card and a good price. So I'll check if it's worth grading. If it's worth grading, I'll just grade else. I'll just put it up on eBay. So that's what I'm buying right now in terms of the market. But also something for the long term. So this is something I'm doing for the next. I'm buying now. I'll sell a little bit right now, but I won't sell most of it. I would say like 70% of the inventory I'm gonna buy, I am going to sell it in a year's time, and I'll explain why. So what am I buying? I'm gonna be buying a lot of these futsal from futsal cards. Like, so Pikachu on the ball, Sobel on the ball, Scorbunny on the ball, Eevee on the ball, Grookey on the ball. I've sold a lot of the Scorbunny on the ball. I think I've sold like around 50 Scorbunny on the ball. I got them for, let's say, £5, and then I sold them for like 7. so that's like 40%. And I think I not control the market, like I think I made the most number of sales of any other seller for this particular Score Bunny on the car on eBay in the last 2-3 months. So pretty awesome. Because I priced it quite nicely. Like, most people sell it for like, 10 to 12 pounds. I just sold it for like 7, 6 and 7 in between those. Primarily because I got it at a good rate. Like, I bought it in bulk. So I'm trying to get more Score Bunny on the ball in bulk. I already acquired Grookey on the ball. So these goes for around, I think it's around 7 to 8 pounds. Let's see, how much is it? Yeah, it goes around 9 pounds or like, $12. So I got it for 4 pounds. Yeah. So, and the reason I want to buy this now is because in a year's time, it's going to be the World Cup. And the World Cup is happening in the US, and everybody's going to be excited about football. I know this is futsal, but still like football adjacent. And if you look at Grookey on the ball, you can see like, last time how much it spiked in terms of like singles when it was World Cup. Look at the dates. No, wait, what? That doesn't sound right. It did spike during the World Cup last time. Hold on. Looking at the ball. Looking at the ball. Yeah, you can see here it went for around $30 in March 2023. I think this is incorrect. It should have been, I mean, I understand like it'll be around $30 or so. But it would have been like December, January of 2022 during the Winter World Cup in Qatar. Essentially, that's what I'm getting at. So I do think these are going to be, right now if they're selling for $12, I think it's going to be like $25 to $35 at least for the Grookey. Eevee, Pikachu, super expensive. I'm not going to even try to find them in the market. I've found a potential seller for this who might sell it for like £5 a piece. But yeah, let's see. A little bit hesitant to pull the trigger at the moment because it's a bit of an investment. Sobble, I couldn't find any more. But yeah, so I have the Grookey already. I'm just gonna try to get Score Bunny. And for me, Score Bunny is the most important one in a way because like, he has his own fireball and stuff, like, so it's really like, adjusted to his character. I mean, related to his character, not adjusted to his character. Let's see. Price. History. I'm curious now. Price value. Let's see. Accept. Yeah, there you go. You can see like, in December, like, it went up to like 16. Now it's like 8. So it's gonna jump right before the World Cup. And yeah, like I just think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be like at least like $30, $30 to $50. I mean $30 to $40 in general. But yeah, that's kind of like, what I'm thinking. So yeah, that's where I am. Thanks guys for listening and have a good day.